Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Garrett the Cage, and welcome back to Bendy and the Ink Machine on the Nintendo Switch. We ended up draining all the ink out of the vault room and learned that we have to go into basically the Ink Devil's den to finish this up. Both Alice and Tom here can't cross the ink. It'll basically absorb them. So it's up to me. Ugh.
They could have at least given me a weapon.
Yeah, they could have. Tom, throw me an axe. It's so loud. Still remember my name. That's a Boris. It's one of the Goop men. Or Goop men.
It's simply awe-inspiring what one can accomplish with their own hands. A lump of clay can turn to meaning if you strangle it with enough enthusiasm. Look what we've built. We created life itself, Henry. Not just on a silver screen, but in the hearts of those we entertain with our fancy moving pictures. But when the tickets stopped selling, when the next big thing came along, only the monsters remained. Shadows of the past. But you can save them, Henry. You can peel it all away. You see, there's only one thing Bendy has never known. He was there for his beginning. But he's never seen the end.
The end.
Hi, Bendy. Look, Bendy, we can talk about this, right? Please? I guess not. Is that a no?
Hey, what am I doing here? That wasn't it. That was great. Why don't I just stand here?
Okay, I see a switch there. Okay. There he goes.
More switches. Woo!
Yeah, I don't think I've been down this very far one. There's a switch there.
Okay. I don't know who's laughing. I'm not laughing. Got another door here. Woo! I think he's breaking these. I think that's a good thing. Oh, he was right behind me. I was like looking around for him. Did I get it? Okay. I did good. Where are we? Hey, those are the items that we collected. The Bendy doll, the record, the inkwell, the wrench. At least it looks like a wrench. Yep, wrench. Book and the gear. So we came up with this of our own accord? It looks like we were drawing all that. Joey saw he's been quite a while since my last letter. Been busy with work at Arcgate Films. The studio ordered another sequel, so I have been spreading many hours. Recording booth again. It's fun though. Tom is doing good. Thanks for asking. He's always tinkering on something. Mostly, he's still upset about someone stealing one of his dusty inventions from your old studio. He'll get over it. Have a good new year. I'll send another recipe soon. Allison Connor. So Allison was the good Alice the Angel, wasn't she? Electric's overdue. Surprised getting your letter. Surprised you remember me from back at the old days at the studio. I mostly just swept up the place. I'm doing good here in Florida. Lots of sun for me and the missus. Oh,
you're doing good too. Sorry to hear about the studio closing down. You all made some great little cartoons there, and that was good for some laughs. I got to wrap this up. Grandkids want to hit the beach, so I'm out of here. Bankruptcy. Does your radio or TV need repairs? Huh.
Henry, so soon. I didn't expect you for another hour yet. Now you're just trying to impress me. But I know. You have questions. You always do. The only important question is this. Who are we, Henry? I thought I knew who I was. But the success...
So, no, wait, those weren't our
of me.
cartoons. Or
Nothing left but lines on the page. In the end, we followed two different roads of our own making. You, a lovely family. Me, a crooked empire. And my road burned. I let our creations become my life. The truth is, you were always so good at pushing, old friend. Pushing me to do the right thing. You should have pushed a little harder. Henry, come visit the old workshop. There's something I need to show you.
All right, Joey. I'm here. Let's see if we can find what you wanted me to see.
alrighty, guys, that was Bendy and the Ink Machine. I got a lot of good things and a couple criticisms for it. Overall, solid game. A lot of fun. I love the art style in this game. It was it was so gritty and so dark, but it was also fun-loving. And this was made by a relatively small team from what I know. I could be wrong, but they did a great job. The voice actors were all great, and actresses, sorry. The voice actors and actresses in the game were all solid. And learning the game and learning the story through audio logs reminded me so much of BioShock. And that's a great thing, because I'm a huge BioShock fan. The game took us on a great journey. It made me want to know what was going on. And it made me want to keep pushing forward. Congratulations on your success. Your best pal, Henry. All right.
Tell me another one, Uncle Joey.
The boss fights were okay. They weren't bad. We had the Boris fight. We had the mob fight. And then we had, obviously, the Bendy fight at the end there. All of them were okay. The Boris fight was probably the hardest one just because of it being... Your run is not good in the game. It's a very not good you run. So it made it very hard to try to dodge him to do what the game wanted you to do. On top of that, we had the little floor pieces constantly blocking us as we try to walk over them. And that's where the game lacks that little bit of polish it needs. Running into Boris and having him with us, and then doing all these things of running and hiding, were all worked fairly well. Up until the last one, which was the Butcher Gang. It took me a while to figure out what the heck it was doing. Like, I seen two other pools, and I was like, okay, so those are going to be filling up, or I got to find a way to turn those on. When in all reality, I just had to go a little bit further, and I could have found an everlasting pool of ink. And once I figured that out, I could just run by the Butcher Gang. They weren't really a threat. It was a relatively easy puzzle. There wasn't much to it. The projector boss, that section was really cool. I thought the projector boss was awesome to its own extent. And that The character models were all great. The ink is a creepy element that stayed throughout the whole game. And I love that shimmer it gave their enemies. Really cool. A lot of fun to look at. And the story, well, it ended strangely, kind of this paradox effect, I feel like, where we got the letter, we go to his house, he's like, I want you to take a look at there. Now, whether that's a dream sequence or whatever the case may be, I'm not 100% sure. I think it's kind of maybe open to interpretation to some bit. Obviously, it is also telling the story of these old style cartoons and how they were basically ran out when newer things came and replaced them. And as Joey said, that all that's left are the monsters left behind. And that's a great way to put it, because that's all that was left was the after effects, the negative in that building on working to the bone, trying to make your product alive. You know, going through the whole... Oh yeah, we had I totally forgot about the merry-go-round boss, like having the amusement park set up and having the art styles and everything they put so much effort into to only have the whole rug pulled out from underneath of them. It's a little disappointing, but unfortunately that's how entertainment and those businesses work. If you can't stay up on it, you fall behind. The polish is what this game needed. I felt like some of the lines weren't clean enough. A lot of them looked kind of pixelated, and then as we moved, it kind of moved. It just didn't look pleasing, and I don't think it was quite the art style. Like on Joey's table there, when he was standing, you could kind of see the choppy line instead of being kind of a crisp line. I could be wrong, but I don't feel like that didn't look too pleasing. And then again, back on the flooring situation, too many times we had to jump over small blocks in the ground. I felt like that was kind of meh, and something that shouldn't be hampering to us. The jump scares were great, very funny, very good. Bendy was awesome. And just overall, it was a really solid game. Now, the problem here is that this game came out episodically on PC, so most everybody that wanted to play it got to play it. On PS4 and Xbox One, it's $20 physical, and I think it's worth $20 all day. I wish it was a little bit longer, of course, but that's just me because I loved it. I wanted more of it. On the Switch at $30, it's a little hard to swallow, not to lie, just because we've seen more games coming out at that $10 more for Switch copies because of the cartridge, supposedly. We've seen L.A. Noire. I want to say Rhyme also was the same way. That $10 premium for being on the Switch kind of sucks. However, at the time of this recording, GameStop marked it down to $20. I feel like at $20, it's a great game again. You should play it, enjoy it. Replay value looks like we get a few different things going on. But for the most part, it's up to you. So either way, I'm going to end it there. Great game, great characters, great story, with a few polish issues. So thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you can, give the video a like. It does help us out quite a bit. Also, check out the channel because we have tons of videos going on over there. And until next time, you guys, stay frosty.